Hello student, myself Swati Patil. Today we are going to start our third prose 1.3, the cop and the anthem. Here, before starting this essay, as usual, let's see the icebreaker first. Uh, Three activities are given here. First one is that here is a wave. You are going to feel it. It is already solved for you. In this wave, uh, you just write the way to protect from cold climate. Means think about that which are the uh, things or which are the ways that you will choose to protect yourself from the cold. I have written here that thermal wears, uh, gloves, sweater, scarf, etc. But you can write your own uh, thoughts here that someone will write firewood or drinking hot tea or coffees, etc. Just think about it and fill your own answers here. Then um, see, like next activity is when you see a cop approaching, you feel either relieved or scared. Discuss with your partner and the situation when you feel relieved or scared. Relief, when you feel relief, three options are here, and when you feel scared, think about it and write your own answers here. Here is already solved that you are walking alone in a dark street. At that time you will really feel relief when you saw any cop means any policeman approaching to you, coming towards you. Then somebody is following you. If you are thinking that somebody is following you at that time, you will feel that approaching cop is really a relief thing for you. Or you teasing means here are the options are given that whatever situations occur to you, you just write here that when you will feel relief and when you will feel scared. You are riding on a bike without a valid driving license or without helmet, or you are just breaking the rules of signals, etc. At that time, definitely you are going to feel scared when you will saw cop approaching to you. Okay. Then next activity is here. Discuss some of the motivating things that can change a person's life. One is given here that listening to an inspiring speech or reading autobiographies of great men or women. Some people just think when they listen the advices of elders, especially mother or grandparents, at that time they feel motivated. Some feel that reading self-improvement books, or some will feel that by following in a footstep of good role models, etc. You just write your own thinking here and whatever you feel at that time. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Let's start to the essay. First of all, the introduction of author. See, William Sidney Porter is the name of author, and his pen name is O. Henry. Means whatever essays he has written, they are famous with his pen name O. Henry. Okay. All his short stories are well known by his pen name O. Henry. His short stories are famous for their unexpected ends. Means whatever end we find in his short stories are really very surprising, or surprising twist we find at the end, and that's why his short stories are famous for unexpected ends. He was a voracious reader. Voracious means reading excessively, means Um, just a minute. Okay, let it be. Um, the word is given here, Horatius. It means uh, he was actually Horatius. This word is used for eating habit. The person who eat very much or too much eating habit who has. For that we use the word Horatius. But here his reading habit was really very extensively. He was very reading lover person from his childhood, and that's why this word is used here, voracious reader. Okay. um, then he started the his he started his career by as a Rolling Stone weekly um, magazine, like he was started means साप्ताहिक सारखं काहीतरी त्याने लिहायला स्टार्ट केलं, which was really very humorous. What was the name of that weekly? It was a Rolling Stone, but he was not successful in that attempt, and that's why he started to join newspaper, the Houston Post. And in that newspaper, he started to work as a reporter, as a columnist, and occasionally cartoonist. Means sometime he just become cartoonist in that newspaper. Okay. See, in this short story, The Cop and the Anthem. This is one of O. Henry's well-known story, very famous story. And to describe his style of writing, people has often used the term "smile with tear," which implies his twisted way of thoughts and ending in almost every story. Means smile with tears. He was very famous for the term "smile with tears." Whatever ending or whatever changes we find in the character's life or main character's life in the story, at that time we smile in those occasions, but definitely we just have some tears. We feel very um, pity for that character, and that's why smile with tears, this is the uh, good term or good technique he is using in his essays, in his writings. Okay, then in this story, the main character is Sophie. He is a vagabond and a person with criminal background. Vagabond means homeless, jobless person who is wandering here and there. He was homeless, he was jobless, and that's why he don't have any shelter to live, and that's why he was always doing some wrong deeds. That's why he has criminal background. He make different plans to re-enter the prison as he has no shelter to protect himself from the shiver winter. In this story, we are going to see that the main character Sophie is trying very hard to re-enter or to be arrested by cops, because soon the winter season is approaching, and that's why in winter season Soapy don't have any shelter to protect himself from the shiver cold, and that's why he always think to be arrested and to go to get the shelter, that is prison, to stay safely and happily in that shelter. Okay, the story ends in an unexpected way. O. Henry has depicted Sophie's futile attempt to get arrested in a very humorous way. Futile attempts, unsuccessful attempts. Sophie's making unsuccessful attempts time to time, and those attempts are really very humorous. Means whatever attempts he is doing to be arrested, those are really very humorous, and we feel really very pity for him. The only target he has, that he must be arrested by those cops, and he wanted to go in the prison. Stories about efforts and attempts of that person called Sophie, because every year he makes different kind of plans to re-enter the prison. Whenever winter season came, he always managed to enter prison, and for uh, winter season he think that prison is the best shelter to be live. Friends, the title of the um, essay is The Cope and the Anthem. First of all, let's see the meaning of that title. The cope means policeman, and the anthem. Anthem means uh, the music being played by the organist inside the little church. Anthem means such kind of songs or rhymes which are sung inside the church. चर्च के अंदर जो songs या फिर जो भी प्रेयर गाई जाती है उसे एंथम कहा जाता है. Okay, means the title just shows that the reforms in Sophie's life, means whatever uh, he was thinking about to be arrested or about his future plans, and everything was changed after listening that anthem at the end of the story. And that's why from that anthem, or after listening that anthem, he just feel changed from inside. His thinking changed towards the aim. What was the aim? To be arrested. And for that, in the whole story, he is trying too much to be arrested, and that's why the title is The Cope and the Anthem, because here we find the reforms in Sophie's life. Okay, The Cope and the Anthem is about freedom and confinement. Freedom means the life outside the prison, and confinement means to be arrested, or जो हमें कैद जिसे बोलते हैं हम प्रिजन के अंदर कैद होना. Initially, Sophie feels that there is freedom from miseries and worries in confinement in prison. He always think that there is a freedom, there is a happiness और freedom from miseries and worries. सारे दुख हम भूल जाएंगे और ये सारे दुख दर्द दूर हो जाएंगे जब उसे confinement होगी, जब उसे जेल हो जाएगी, तब उसके सारे दुख दर्द दूर हो जाएंगे, because he don't have any shelter, he don't have any job, and that's why he feels that inside the prison the place is safe and sound for him, where he will get food freely and shelter also. The notes of Anthem transform him from within, and he resolved to work hard. Sophie feels that to working hard or mannerful life is really very good for him. So Sophie faced the irony of the fate as the moment he really realized the real freedom lies in a virtuous life. Virtuous life means having high moral, अच्छे गुण होना और अच्छे मार्ग पे चलना, यही जीवन का मतलब टारगेट होना चाहिए. ये जब उसे रियलाइज होता है, उसी वक्त क्या हो जाता है, he is taken into confinement. Unfortunately, he is taken into confinement, and this is the very uh, end is really very surprising, that when he was trying hard to enter the prison at that time, he was not able to enter, and when he listened the anthem, there is a change in his life. He think really very uh, good about his own life, and at the same time he was confined. He was uh, caught by those cops, and that's why this is the tragic end of the story here. Okay, let's see the let's start the essay. The cop and the anthem. See, the main character Sophie, he's now he was just thinking and very restless here at the starting of the novel, that we find he's thinking too much and feeling very restless, so that just think to do something which is against law, then cop will arrest him and then he will get shelter for 3 months. Means now at the starting, whatever actions he is doing, and these are the actions he is doing only for getting arrested by cops, and he was just thinking that when he will arrested by those cops, definitely he will get free food, free shelter for 3 months inside the prison. Means he has just decided to enter the uh, prison, and that's why he's doing all kind of efforts here. Let's see the first attempt, whatever he is doing here. Okay, Sophie left his bench and strolled out of the square and across the level sea of asphalt where Broadway and Fifth Avenue flow together. Here, Sophie, who was lying on the bench there, was just thinking, and he just picked up and started to walk in a leisurely manner. He just decided to do something, and he just come towards the Broadway. This that was the main road, and there were two ways, Broadway and um, here, see, across the level sea of asphalt. This is the name of road where Broadway and Fifth Avenue flow together. These are the two ways Broadway and Fifth Avenue flow together. Fifth Avenue and Broadway, these are the two way, and at the end of this two way, at the corner of two way, there is a level C of asphalt, hence main road is there, and up Broadway he turned towards the Broadway, name of that um, road, and stopped at a luxurious cafe. He just stopped there where there was a luxurious cafe. Okay. Now, Sophie had confined in himself from the lowest button of his waist upward. He was shaven, and his coat was trim, and his neat black bow had been presented to him by a lady missionary on Thanksgiving Day. Now, Sophie, who has decided to enter the cafe, he has confined what? Confidence. He has confidence about the his dress, his posture, because whatever coat he has worn, that was neat and proper, and from the upward waist, whatever waistline from the upward, उसका जो पोशाक था कमर के ऊपर का, वो कैसा था? नीट एंड क्लीन था, प्रॉपर था, He was shaven, उसने shaving भी किया हुआ था. His coat uh, was trim. His coat was very neat and clean, means looking very good, and his neat black bow, whatever bow they wear on the coat, कोट के ऊपर जो बो टाई जो सब जो पहना जाता है, had been presented to him by a lady missionary, a person on a religious mission. एक धर्मगुरु, लेडी धर्मगुरु ने उनको थैंक गिविंग डे के दिन जो गिफ्ट दिया था, ब्लैक बो दिया था. That bow was really very looking proper, and that's why from upward to his waist he was looking very neat and clean and very proper. Thanksgiving Day means the fourth Saturday of November, marked by religious observance and traditional meals. ये एक फेस्टिवल है थैंक्सगिविंग डे क्रिश्चियन धर्म का. If only he could reach a table in a restaurant unsuspected, success would be his. Now, see this line from if only he could reach a table in a restaurant. Just a minute. Okay, this line. A restaurant unsuspected, success would be his. Up to this. See this is the conditional clause, and in exam such kind of sentences occur that where you have to just use unless instead of if not. Okay. Okay. Then this line shows that he was really very confidence about his half posture, whatever coat he has worn. Due to that he has full confidence that if the in restaurant he could successfully enter, then he will able to do next effort to be arrested in, and that's why he's just um, he was very confident about this thing. Okay. Okay. Um, so he was very confident about his half posture, and that's why he just stated that the portion of him that will show above the table would raise no doubt in the waiter's mind. Whatever portion will look from the upward from the table, टेबल के ऊपर का जो भी पोर्शन उसका दिखता होगा, उस पोर्शन से वेटर को बिल्कुल भी डाउट नहीं होगा उसके ऊपर. एंड दैट्स व्हाई ही जस्ट थिंक टू एंटर द कैफे एंड सिट ऑन द टेबल. सिर्फ टेबल तक पहुंचना ही थोड़ा सा रिस्की उसे लग रहा था, बिकॉज हाफ पोस्टर जो उसका रहा था, हाफ उसका जो अपीयरेंस था वो बहुत ही खराब था, because whatever clothes he has worn, his pant, his shoes were torn and very ugly, and that's why he was just thinking so. And so he was just started to enter the cafe. Then, before entering the cafe, he was just thinking about whatever food he was going to eat in the cafe, and what he just wanted to do after after eating that food. So he just think that whatever he has decided to eat, a roasted mallard duck, मीन्स एक कोई डिश है, स्पेशल डक है, उसकी जो उसका मीट उसे खाना था. Thought Sophie would be about the thinking with a bottle of wine. With that duck, he had decided to have a wine, and then some cheese also, a cup of coffee, and a cigar. See the planning, whatever he was thinking about after entering the cafe. $1 for the cigar would be enough. He was just thinking that the amount should be medium. ज़्यादा अमाउंट भी ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए और कम भी नहीं होना चाहिए, because whatever amount sorry, whatever amount will be there, after that there will be the punishment. The total would not be so high as to call for any extreme of revenge. कोई ज़्यादा पनिशमेंट और ज़्यादा रिवेंज लेने का ना सोचे वो होटल वाले और जो कैफे मैनेजमेंट वाले हैं, वो ज़्यादा रिवेंज ना ले, इसलिए जो भी अमाउंट उसने जो थिंक किया था, सोचा था, वो मीडियम होना चाहिए, या फिर वो सिर्फ किसी पुलिस को बुला के उसको अरेस्ट करवाए, इतना ही होना चाहिए. एंड येट द मीट वुड लीव him filled and happy for the journey to his winter winter island. See, he was just thinking that after eating that meat, after filling his appetite, after satisfying his appetite, he was just be happy while going towards the journey of winter island. What is the winter island? It is a prison. Yes, Black Welsh prison. Black Welsh Island is there where there was a prison, and he was just thinking to go in that island, because for the further 3 months, when the shiver winter season was coming soon, and in that winter season he don't have any shelter to live, and that's why he was thinking or dreaming to go in that island, that winter island, where he will get uh, shelter and food, everything, and he will just enjoy or live safely in that prison. Okay, that was his first attempt. He hasn't entered the cafe yet, but he was just thinking about the planning, what he was going to do after entering the cafe. Okay, but as Sophie set foot inside, जैसे ही उसने अंदर कदम रखा, कहाँ पे कदम रखा? कैफे के अंदर. The रेस्टोरेंट डोर के पास पे जो जाके वहाँ खड़ा हो गया. The head waiter's eye fell upon him. जो हेड वेटर था डोर के पास, उसने उसे नोटिस किया. एंड हिज tattered trouser and decadent shoes. How was his shoes and how was his coat? His trouser was tattered, means having very poor condition, यूज करके बहुत ही फट गया था और पुराना सा ट्राउजर उसने पहना हुआ था. एंड उसके शूज कैसे थे? डेकेडेंट शूज थे. डेकेडेंट शूज मीन्स ओल्ड एंड worn out, पुराने फटे हुए शूज उसने पहने हुए थे. Strong and ready hands turn. How was the hands of that waiter? The hands were strong and ready. They just turned him about and conveyed him in silent and haste to the sidewalk and averted the ignoble fate of the yes, and the just a minute. Menaced Mallard. Okay, menaced. This is the word menaced Mallard. Menaced Mallard means meat. Actually, the word is endangered, but here menaced Mallard, whatever duck he has decided to eat, and that duck before eating that duck, before having that kind of dangerousness in his life, he was safely guided to get out from the cafe. Those waiters, they just pushed him out of the होटल आउट ऑफ द कैफे साइडवॉक्स जो पेवमेंट होता है वहां पे उन्होंने उसे क्विकली धक्का देके बाहर निकाल दिया and he just feel that his fate was ignoble fate. He was thinking that ignoble means dishonorable. Dishonorable means very poor fate he had because he was just thinking to enter the cafe, eat that food, and without giving any money, they will just hand over him to policeman, and he will able to enter the prison very quickly. And that's why his first attempt was failed here. Now, then Sophie turn off Broadway. Then he turned off Broadway. ब्रॉडवे के हाईवे पे जो कैफे था वहां से उसने टर्न लेके दूसरे साइड पे वो जाने लगा. It seems that his route to the coveted island was not to be an easy one. Coveted island means greatly desirable island, जहाँ पे उसे जाने की बहुत ही ज़्यादा इच्छा थी. उस island से उसका मतलब वहाँ पे जाना उसके लिए ज़्यादा easy नहीं है. Seems that his route to Coveted Island was not to be an easy one. Okay? Some other way of entering the limbo must be devised, must be planned. Limbo means border place between heaven and hell. Border place, why he is trading, why he is thinking that it is a limbo? Because here heaven means prison for him and hell means winter season, and that's why to be arrested is the limbo, it is the border place for him from uh, between the heaven and hell. Heaven means to be arrested or going into the prison. He is thinking that it is heaven, and hell means winter season, severe winter season, that he was not able to live on the street because of not having shelter. That's why he feels that it is a hell. Winter season is a hell, and that's why he just thinks to go into the heaven, and that's why entering the prison or finding such kind of street is like a limbo to him. At a corner of 6th Avenue, electric lights and cunningly displayed. Just a minute. Battery is low. No problem. So, uh, where was I? Yes. Now he just came towards a next plan. First plan was failed, and that's why he was just thinking to do something different, and that's why on a corner there was a new place. Electric lights were there, cunningly displayed, whereas behind plate glass made a shop window attractive. There was a glass window outside the one shop, and that's why it was looking really attractive. So he took a stone and dashed. He just hurled. He dashed it through a glass. जो शोकेश था, जो कांच का शोकेश बना था, उसने एक स्टोन लेके वो वहां पे फेंका. उसने ग्लास तोड़ दिया. People came running around द कॉर्नर. आसपास के जो लोग थे वहां पे भागते हुए आए. अ पुलिसमैन इन इन द लीड, और उनके साथ में उनके बीच में एक पुलिसमैन भी वहां पे आया. Now Sophie is just thinking that the opportunity he has grabbed to re-enter the prison. Sophie stood still with his hands in his pocket and smiled at the sight of brass button. Sight of brass button means पुलिसमैन के जो यूनिफॉर्म होता है उसके कैप पे उसके यूनिफॉर्म पे ब्रास बटन लगाए हुए होते हैं and he was just looking towards those brass button and was smiling and very happy. Where's the man that done that? Inquired officer agitatedly. That person, that policeman asked him agitatedly in a trouble or in a nervous manner that where is the man who dashed this glass? Don't you think that I might have had something to do with it? Said Sophie with a friendly voice as one great good fortune. You just think that now the good fortune, good fate is really very close to him, and that's why he was very happy. And he happily tells that, don't you think that it might have had something to do with it? Means I have done this. Don't you think that I have broken the glass, and that's why it's your time to arrest me? The policeman refused to accept Sophie even as a clue. Sophie ने ये किया होगा ये पुलिसमैन ने रिफ्यूज टू एक्सेप्ट and refused to doubt or did not suspect on him. He just think that the person who break the glass, that person will not stay in the place. He will just run away from the place, and that's why you are still here. And he thinks that this might not be done by you. Men who smash window do not remain to catch with the police, chat with the police. जिसने ये तोड़ा होगा वो पुलिस के साथ बात करने के लिए यहाँ पे नहीं रुकेगा. They take to their heels. Means those people who has broken the glass might have run away from the place. The policeman saw a man halfway down the block running to catch a car. With drawn club, he joined in the pursuit. At the same time, policeman was looking towards a person who was running towards a car. That person was willing to catch the car, and that's why that person was running behind the car. And police now think that cop just think that that might be the person, and so he just started to run behind that person. Sophie, with disgust in his heart, he feels very unhappy, drifted along, twice unsuccessful. This was the second effort which was unsuccessful, and that's why he was really very unhappy. On the opposite side of the street was a restaurant of no great uh, pretension. On the other side of that restaurant there was one on the other side of that street there was a restaurant, and the word is used here, no great pretension means ordinary restaurant was that, not luxurious, means ज़्यादा costly ऐसा restaurant वो नहीं था. It uh, catered to large appetite and modest purses. जो वहाँ का जो कैटर्स था वो कैसा था, मॉडेस्ट था. मीन्स जो भी फैसिलिटीज फूड फैसिलिटीज वहाँ पे प्रोवाइड हुई थी वो कैसी थी, इट वाज अ मॉडेस्ट. इट कैटर्ड टू लार्ज एपेटाइट. जो भी वहाँ पे फूड कैटर्ड मीन्स फूड जो भी प्रोवाइड होता था, जो सर्विंग उनका था वो लार्ज एपेटाइट के लिए सफिशिएंट था एंड मॉडेस्ट पर्सेस, सामान्य लोगों के लिए वो एक अच्छा रेस्टोरेंट था, मतलब ज़्यादा कॉस्टली भी नहीं था और पेट भर के खाना भी वहाँ पे मिल सकता था. इट्स क्रॉकरी एंड एटमोसफियर वेयर थिक, जो भी क्रॉकरीज वहाँ पे था, एटमोसफियर था, वो बहुत ही अच्छा था, ठीक था, मतलब बहुत कुछ वहाँ पे प्रोवाइड हो रहा था. एंड and its soup means whatever food they provide, and napery means napery lines, table line जो भी थे, जो भी वहाँ का जो फैसिलिटीज था, वो ज़्यादा कॉस्टली नहीं था, ज़्यादा महंगा नहीं था, लेकिन मिडिल क्लास लोगों के लिए वो अच्छा था, अफोर्डेबल था. Into this place, Sophie betook himself without challenge. Betook means took himself, or he just went inside. He was betook means he um, caused oneself to go. Uh, वो जाने के लिए वहाँ पे वो स्टार्ट किया, वो वहाँ पे जाने लगा वहाँ पे, मीन्स अनविलिंगली या विलिंगली वो वहाँ पे जाने के लिए उसने स्टार्ट कर लिया. ओके. Into his place, Sophie betook himself without challenge. He just go there at a table. He sat and consumed whatever food he has eaten is given here. Uh, Beef steak, flapjack, donuts, and pie. These are the food which he ate there. And then he told the waiter for told the waiter the fact that the minutest coin means change, chutte paise, and himself were total stranger means he didn't have money. He directly tell the waiter, now get busy and call a cop, said Sophie, and don't keep a gentleman waiting. Now he openly tells that waiter that to hurry, too fast, and just call the police. मुझे ज़्यादा वेट करने के लिए मत कहो, किसी पुलिस को बुलाओ और मुझे अरेस्ट करवाओ. But the waiter replies, no cough for you, said the waiter, with a voice like butter cake. His voice was very soft, smooth. Politely उसने उसे reply किया कि no, आपके लिए कॉफ नहीं बुलाएंगे. And I like the cherry in the Manhattan's cocktail. ये कुछ कॉकटेल ड्रिंक है, उसके ऊपर जिस तरह से चेरीज डेकोरेट किया जाता है उसी तरह से उसके जो आईज थे उसके फेस पे लग रहे थे, छोटे छोटे उसके आईज थे. Since the eyes expression was really very school, steely, and he was not able to recognize whatever uh, was in the mind of that person, and very coolly, very calmly he just tells that, hey, gone means he just calls someone, some other people, some other waiters in his uh, table, on his table. He just tells them that neatly upon his left ear, on the calor pavement, two waiters pitched Soapy. उसे वहां से उठा लिया और जो कैलस पेमेंट था, वेरी हार्ड पेमेंट था, उसके ऊपर उसे पिच्ड कर दिया, उसके ऊपर उसे फेंक दिया. Now he just goes joint by joint as a carpenter's rule open. जैसे किसी कारपेंटर का रूलर होता है, उसकी जो स्टिक होती है, क्या बोलते हैं उसे, जो फोल्डेड टेप होता है, वो जैसे वन बाय वन ओपन होता है, धीरे धीरे स्टेप बाय स्टेप वो ओपन होता है, उसी तरह से सोपी वहां से उठने लगा, बिकॉज ऑल हिज बॉडी वाज पेनिंग. सो द carpenter's ruler का उससे एग्जाम्पल दिया है यहाँ पे. He dusted his clothes, उसने अपने clothes dust out किए, and then arrest seems now but an elusive dream. he just think that to be arrested is really very difficult task for him. The island, जो भी prison था, जो भी dreamy island था, he was thinking about seems very far away. The policeman who stood before a drugstore 2 doors away laughed and walked down the street. एक पुलिसमैन ने उसे वहां से देखा, किसी ने उसे रेस्टोरेंट्स के बाहर फेंक दिया, लेकिन उसने उसके ऊपर सिर्फ लाफ किया एंड ही जस्ट लेट हिम गो. उसे ऐसे ही इग्नोर करके वो पुलिसमैन वहां से निकल गया. नाउ दिस वाज हिज third effort, that which was really very unsuccessful. Now Sophie was seized with a sudden fear. He was captured. Seize means captured with a sudden fear that some dreadful enchantment had rendered him his immune to arrest. Dreadful enchant means some supernatural power is there, some magic is there, which had made him immune. Immune means stop or protect him to be arrested. उसको अरेस्ट होने से कोई बच्चा कोई मैजिक ही है जो उसे अरेस्ट होने से दूर रख रहा है. He was in a state of panic. वो बहुत ही पैनिक हो गया था. And when he came upon another policeman logging grandly in front of a glittering theater. There was a theater, glittering theater, and outside that theater there was a policeman which was logging grandly. वहाँ पे वो अपने ड्यूटी निभा रहा था, वहाँ पे वो था, अवेलेबल था. He caught at the immediate straw of desertedly conduct. Means he just started to behave very badly, willing to try anything to improve his situation. उसने वहाँ पे कुछ ऐसा बिहेव करना स्टार्ट कर दिया जिसकी वजह से उसका जो पुलिसमैन का अट्रैक्शन उसकी तरफ आए, उसका ध्यान उसकी तरफ हो जाए और वो उसे अरेस्ट कर ले. Means he just started to behave very strangely because the area was very posh, and in that area he just started to speak loudly, so and so. He just do something misbehave, and so he just wanted to drag the attention of that policeman. On the sidewalk, Sophie began to yell. Yell means shout. He just started to shout loudly, yet drunken, gibberish means nonsense. मीन्स जैसे उन्हें उसने बहुत ज़्यादा ड्रिंकिंग किया है और उसी सिचुएशन में वो कुछ शाउटिंग कर रहा है, चिल्ला रहा है, ऐसे उसने इमिटेट किया, वैसे उसने नाटक किया. एट द टॉप ऑफ हिज हार्श वॉइस, जितना ज़्यादा वो लाउडली शाउट कर पा रहा था उतना ज़्यादा लाउडली वो वहाँ पे शाउटिंग करने लगा. ही डांस्ड, हॉल्ड, रेव्ड एंड अदरवाइज डिस्टर्ब द स्टेज. वो वहाँ पे डांसिंग कर रहा था, हॉल कर रहा था, रेव्स कर रहा था, मीन्स शाउटिंग कर रहा था, चिल्ला रहा था, जोर जोर से कुछ बड़बड़ कर रहा था. और ये सब वो क्यों कर रहा था? सिर्फ उस पुलिसमैन का अटेंशन अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए. ठीक है. डिस्टर्ब द skies means made a racket. He was just disturbing those people, that silent area. The policeman merely twirled his club. Club means जो स्टिक होता है पुलिसमैन के हाथ में, वो. He just twirled his club. He means he just turned his club round and round and turned his back to Sophie. उसने उसकी तरफ पीट कर दिया and remarked to a citizens. वहाँ पे जो भी citizens थे उनको वो कुछ कहने लगा. क्या कहने लगा? Tease one of them. Yell lads. Yell यूनिवर्सिटी के जो स्टूडेंट्स है उसमें से ही ये कोई होगा, because they are just celebrate the goose egg they give to the Hartford College. Hartford College और Yale College, Yale University, इनके बीच कुछ मैच हुआ था, फुटबॉल का मैच हुआ था और इस मैच में याल के स्टूडेंट्स ने हार्वर्ड कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स को एक भी गोल करने नहीं दिया. Goose egg means zero score. उनको एक भी स्कोर करने नहीं दिया, and that's why they are just celebrating that success, and they are just shouting and celebrating that success. Noisy but no harm. These students are noisy, but they are not making any harm to society. We have instructions to let them be. See that here once again the policeman says that from the government we have got the instruction not to arrest these people, not to restrict their celebration, and just let them do what they wanted to do. कि हमें ऊपर से ऐसे ऑर्डर मिले हैं कि इन स्टूडेंट्स को उनका सेलिब्रेशन उनकी तरह से करने दे और उन्हें कोई नोक टोक ना करे. Okay, means that was also the effort, fourth effort, which was unsuccessful here. Disconsolate means very unhappy. Soapy stopped his unavailing racket. उसका जो भी efforts था, unavailing racket था, वो उसने stop किया. And would never a policeman lay hands on him. मीन्स कोई भी पुलिसमैन अभी उसे पकड़ेगा नहीं, ये उसके समझ में आया. इन हिज फैंसी, उसके जो भी थॉट्स थे, द आइलैंड सीम्स एन अनअटेनेबल आर्चरी. एक्रेडिया मीन्स एक ऐसी प्लेस, इमेजिनरी प्लेस, और वी कैन से हेवन फॉर हिम. कौन सा प्लेस? वही ब्लैक बेल्ट प्रिजन, जहाँ पे उसे जाने की बहुत इच्छा थी. तो वो जो प्लेस था उसके लिए एक ड्रीम की तरह हो गया था, हेवन की तरह हो गया था. इट सीम्स रियली वेरी impossible to go there. He buttoned his thin coat again. The chilling wind. He just buttoned his coats, which the buttons which he has just opened only to make nonsense things. वहाँ पे कुछ चिल्लाने के लिए, कुछ nonsense क्रिएट करने के लिए उसने अपने बटन्स जो खोले थे, मिसबिहेवियर कर रहा था. लेकिन अभी जब चिलिंग कोल्ड उसे महसूस होने लगा, फील होने लगा, तब उसने अपने कोट के बटन्स फिर से लगाए हुए थे. Okay, student, up to this was the first part of the essay. In next lesson, in next lecture, we will complete the essay. Okay, up to this, listen the video again and again and note down the hard word. Okay, goodbye.